here today with Linda Pestana, author of Voices of the Heart, and we're going to enjoy another juicy conversation about Linda's journey. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Janine.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
I so love our conversations. You know, we get on a certain topic, and the pertinence of it all and the liveliness of it all is just something I look forward to. I'm really looking forward to this conversation today. We were talking earlier about making a difference in people's lives, and we touched on so many different areas, but your personal journey, here you are, 65 years old, a very young, beautiful, and so alive woman, and you have brought with you the wisdom of your years. And we were reflecting on how each decade of our life just brings us to a higher plateau, so to speak. Could you share with us a little bit about that journey?
You know, Janine, imagine what it would be like if you weren't here. Imagine what it would be like if you didn't really care about life. Imagine. But also imagine what it would be like to know that your life has been for 65 years and that it was useless. Go figure. I don't want that. You know, I have been blessed with the experiences that have been mine. And, you know, we don't go through life and experience life and it's all, you know, strawberries and cherries. You know, it's made up of both and you know, we experience life with its goodness and we experience life with its realness, and it makes us or breaks us. And I remember hearing many years ago someone said, Linda, do you want to be bitter or better? Never ever forgot those words, and I want to be better because of my experiences. You know, I look at the many moments in my life when, you know, we all question life and we all wonder why things happen the way they happen, and nobody likes pain. I certainly don't, and I wouldn't recommend it. But I do know one thing, that the experiences that I remember the most are those experiences that cost me the most. And it's all about choices, don't you think?
It is about choices, and that's such a wonderful point. I speak to people all the time, and I find that there's a certain level of avoidance around making that choice, the A or B kind of choice. We can move towards the fearful choices in life. We can step back and kind of not engage in life, or we can become fearless over time and engage in the action of life. You know, we have to have the action-based movement through our days. And when I speak to people, they seem leery to just take that risk, that leap of faith to move through the difficulties. Life happens, as they say, and what is it that prevents us from having that courage? I know you've taken many courageous moves throughout your life. What is at the root, in your opinion, of the fear-based life that some of us experience that hold us back?
You know, I don't know if you've ever heard this saying that we're born with love and we learn fear. And I think that fear is, you know, fear is both good and bad. I mean, we have to fear, you know, a rattlesnake in front of us. We're not going to pick it up, right? But we also can let the fear destroy us. And I know for myself, I did. So I'm talking from a place that I know what fear is. I can honestly claim the fear that I've held in my life. And one of the experiences that I can share with you is 19 years ago when I made the decision to leave religious life. I had to make a decision either to remain or to leave. And I had to come to that place of making that very, very difficult decision because I loved being a sister of St. Joseph. And yet I knew that if I remained, that a part of me would die. And I don't believe we're called to that. So I had to look at that, and I had to make that decision. But it called me to go deep inside. And my fear was what other people would think. You know, would people think that I was living a lie? You know, and so that fear of wondering what other people would think caused me to say, I can't live my life because other people aren't going to like me. I had to choose that decision because I knew what was best for me. So in doing that, I left a life of security, so to speak, and I had to move into a life of really walking into a place where it was very dark, because now I had no job, I had no security of insurance, I had nothing, I had no money. The community was very wonderful to me. They did give me a stipend. I'm not saying that I was poverty bound, but I had nothing ahead of me. But I also knew that nothing would bring me someplace, and so I chose that. You know, I think sometimes we take that leap of faith in darkness, and you know what, when a door closes, something else opens, and that's what happened for me. I'm here, you know, years later. I'm married to a wonderful man. I have an amazing daughter. It wasn't a Cinderella experience, let me tell you, but that whole journey has brought me to a new place, and I'm a different person. And so it called me to make that choice. And so if I would say to someone, are we going to allow our lives to go on because of what other people are saying that we should live, or are we going to choose the life that calls us to be better? And it's a risk, but it's a risk that calls us to new life. And that has been my experience, and I truly want to say, you know, Janine, life is short. You spoke at the beginning that I'm 65. Well, I am, and I'm proud of it. I don't feel it. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I woke up and I received my Medicare card, and I said, who's that? But the truth is that I now know that most of my life has been lived. You know, I don't think I'm going to live another. Maybe I will, but I have a certain amount of time to live, and I want to live it. And I don't really, I care greatly about people, but I have to say I don't care greatly about how people feel about me, because I want to live living my life doing greater things, of making a difference in people's lives, and saying what I feel and honoring how I feel and leaving that behind for my grandchildren and for my friends and for my family. You know, because life is so short. It is such a short period of time. If I live to be 100, that's going to be short. But what I do want to leave are the seeds of love, and the seeds of laughter, and the seeds of making a difference, and the seeds of knowing that my life had a purpose. Everybody's life has a purpose. I believe that. And I believe that we're enough, that we have enough, that we were born with all the stuff of life that we need. But we have to believe that, and it took me a long time to come to that place. I think the first thing that we have to do is we have to listen to ourselves. That's number one.
I think it's wonderful. I'm just so grateful for this chat today.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you.
I love it. I look forward to many, many more chats with you. Awesome.
Bless you.